Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Marketing Matters. I'm Sarah Touchstone, Landmark Titles, social media marketing strategist and educator. I get the pleasure of bringing you Marketing Matters every single Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. As I was saying, we are covering external tools today, tools and systems out there that can help to streamline your real estate business. Today, we are talking about how you can utilize AI as your personal assistant. Yes, there's a lot of chatter out there about how AI works, how you can utilize ChatGPT. AI really is becoming integrated into everything that we use. So, how can you integrate these different types of AI into your business? Particularly, we're going to focus on ChatGPT today because this is something I use as my personal assistant. It has made my life so much easier. It is really like having somebody that follows me around all day long, is there whenever I need it, and helps me get through some of the more tedious tasks of my job and even of my life. There are things that I go above and beyond using ChatGPT for besides business. I have it plan trip itineraries for me. I have it do research on party theme ideas. I mean, really, it goes on and on. The amount of uses that you can really use ChatGPT for. So let's dive in. What we're going to start talking about is what is it, right? Maybe you've never heard of ChatGPT. Maybe you know a little bit about it. Maybe you've just heard it around the campfire and you're like, I kind of know what it is, but let's just cover it. So, what is ChatGPT? It's an AI language model through OpenAI that generates human-like text. It can have conversations, it can answer questions, it can create content, and it can really do a variety of text-based tasks. It's adaptable, and it can really be fine-tuned to industries like real estate. Like you can get really dialed into it. How does it work, Sarah? You may ask. Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to train it. So it builds an algorithm and a personality almost based around your likes, just like a personal assistant, right? A personal assistant's going to even know what kind of coffee you like. It's going to know what time to pick up your kids. ChatGPT, as you train it, it learns. It learns your patterns. It learns your context. It learns what you like. It learns what you don't like. Just asking it questions, it learns a little bit more every time about you. The input and the output are very important. So users input the text and ChatGPT process them and generates the relevant response. And then it develops a contextual understanding. So it uses deep learning models to provide contextually accurate and coherent replies. And it's constantly learning, right? So it gets better and better and better. I remember in the early days of using ChatGPT, we would say if you put something through it, make sure you proofread it before you take it and you do anything with it to make sure that it is creating what you are looking for. But I'm telling you guys, after about a year and a half of using this software, it has gotten so good. And I am amazed when I create in ChatGPT, I'm like, this is exactly how I write. This is exactly how I would sound. So it's very easy now to take exactly what it's creating and use it just like I would something from a personal assistant, but maybe even a little bit better. I can put in misspellings and it's going to take what I'm, misspelling and create something beautiful and wonderful. Now, let's talk a little bit about the growing role of AI in real estate. So there's 6 different things that you can really, and there's a lot of different things, but I'm boiling it down to 6 different things that you can do with it in our industry. So the first one, and this might be the most important one that you guys are on here learning about today, and that is automation of tasks. You wear a lot of hats in this industry. There's a lot that you do. Wouldn't it be great if you had a personal assistant that just did all of the little menial tasks that you needed? That's where AI chatbots can come in. So they can handle client inquiries, scheduling, and even minute routine tasks. One of the things that I love about using it is the enhanced communication. It provides with chatbots, and we'll talk a little bit about chatbots here on the next slide. It provide, or the second to next slide, chatbots can provide 24/7 communication and client support, which sometimes is tough, right? We want to be in the real estate industry. We're expected to be on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. However, we all know that that's not always possible. You know, we have lives, we have families, we have other activities besides real estate. But you know who can be on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? AI chatbots. So that can help improve responsiveness and customer experience. The thing that I use it the most for, though, is content creation. You guys, you may or may not know this about me, but I am a content junkie. I love creating content for this industry. That's exactly what Marketing Matters is. So the more content that I can create that's relevant to your needs as realtors, the better. And that's where AI can come in, and it just streamlines the whole process. What used to take sometimes between, maybe a post on social media, maybe it takes me 15 minutes to write it and post it, or a presentation might take me a few hours. ChatGPT is helping me personally do all of my tasks in a fraction of the time that it used to take. And the quality of the content that it is helping me to put out, I have personally noticed it growing and growing and growing. It's just incredible, the quality of the content that ChatGPT can put out there. For you guys, it might be property descriptions, social media posts, and other types of marketing material. And this presentation, believe it or not, this presentation was created using ChatGPT. A lot of the presentations that we do here on Marketing Matters, that's exactly where your content is coming from now. And it's amazing. It is just absolutely incredible. Market insight. This is another one. The data that you can actually get from ChatGPT is up to date, real time. It can also help you to analyze the data. So gone are the days of needing people to interpret and decipher data for us. Our personal assistant, ChatGPT, can help us with all of that. It understands the language models. It understands how to break down the particulars of the numbers and the market and what's going on in real time. And then personalized services. So the ability to use ChatGPT and chatbots to tailor your client interactions through your CRM integration, it really does enhance your client experiences. So just 6 touches and ideas on how it can really help. The next one, let's talk a little bit about enhancing client communication, because I think that this is a really, really important topic to focus on, because how your clients are interacted with, the rapidness in which you respond, is paramount to how your clients are going to feel about you, how much they're going to trust you. And it's really important. And this is where chatbots, ChatGPT, can really come in, and they can personalize your client responses. So we've had automated responses for a while, right? You may have automated responses set up on like your Facebook business page. but it's generic, right? Somebody responds and you're like, thank you for reaching out. I will get back to you. And that's it. Maybe they respond again, and maybe you've got another automated response that's going to respond to them. But these are not tailored. These are not custom. So with AI, ChatGPT, you can actually craft and tailor email messages and responses based on your client's needs. And then managing client inquiries. So using that ChatGPT, even not the automated system, but have you ever gotten an email from a client and you know how you want to respond to that email, but you're like, let me see if I can be a little bit more diplomatic in my response to this question, not just so like matter of fact. Well, you can run it through a non-biased third party, ChatGPT, and get a professional response. You could even put in your response to be like, I would like to respond this way, but make it a little bit more professional, make it a little bit more polished. And then you can send that back. And I guarantee it's going to be a good response. Other things too, you can schedule appointments and you can provide property information all through these systems. And then once again, that chat bot available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Well, now you're asking, you're like, okay, Sarah, you've talked a lot about chat bots, but what are they? Well, obviously they're automated messaging systems, but which ones? There's a lot out there. Well, I pulled up the three. There's a lot, but I pulled up the three most popular chatbot platforms. So we've got Intercom, Drift, and HubSpot chatbot. They're all very similar, but they do have a couple of different features. So I'll talk a second about the different features in them. So Intercom offers a comprehensive suite of tools, including things like AI chatbots, live chat, customer data management. And it really is just like kind of this go-to platform for that responsiveness. So if that's what you're looking for, Intercom is a great tool for it. Drift. Drift is an AI-powered chatbot that helps businesses with scheduling, booking meetings, engagement for people that are visiting, and drives the conversation. So once again, things that you can custom tailor. And then HubSpot chatbot, it is automated lead generation and customer service and sales tasks. So it can integrate with your CRM and really kind of provide those instant responses. Some of these can also be integrated into websites. So there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of chatbots out there. These are the three that I pulled up as the most popular. I am not a advocate for any of these in particular, but I know that we were talking today about how you can integrate some of these chatbot systems. So I wanted to just briefly touch on the three most popular of these. All right. Then let's go into talking about content generation. So for me, this is my favorite use of ChatGPT and AI. I already talked a little bit about it, but let's talk about property listings and marketing material that you can use and create that is just going to be, it's going to be beautiful when you create it with using AI. So obviously, if you've been in real estate, you've been doing property descriptions for a while. What is really neat, though, about using AI versus just writing it out for yourself is that they're going to pull in power words. They're going to pull in a language model that's really going to capture people's attention. And we all know right now, with some of the changes that have, that your armless descriptions have gone through and what we're able to put out there, this is going to be really important. How are you going to capture the attention of buyers agents as well as the buyers? And then it allows you to create listings based on a target audience as well. So we all have a kind of an idea of what we think people would want to hear. However, based on the data that AI has, it can really generate the specifics. You can tell it, I want to target families with children under the age of 4 or something like that. And it's going to build something specifically for that target audience. And it's not going to be just based off what we think, right? It's going to be based off of data, stats, information, because that's what ChatGPT does. It has all the information. And then marketing materials, of course. So you guys know that we have an amazing marketing department. So please, for all of your marketing needs, please reach out to your business development managers. And we love helping you with our professional graphic designers. But you might want to do something like like a newsletter, and you just need ChatGPT to maybe write some articles for you. Utilize it. You don't have to be a writer to do things like newsletters, blogs, different types of brochures to target different audience, and maybe different flyers, like even what are the best drives to do in September in Arizona. Even ideas like that you can put through ChatGPT, and it's going to pull that information in. And then remember, this is a text base, so they're not creating graphics. So you could take that information from ChatGPT, send it over to our design department, and design can help you create these amazing and unique marketing materials that are going to be 100% you. That's not generic in any way, because everything that comes out of ChatGPT is 100% unique to whatever it is that you put in it. And then AI can also help you to maintain constant branding and tone throughout all of your marketing material. It learns what you like. It learns how you talk. It learns what kind of content you like to generate. And so it really does help keep that consistency. All right, social media. Social media is another great place. This is where I use a lot of information. So when I'm creating, for an example, when I'm creating Marketing Matters, a lot of times I will use ChatGPT to help me dial in what topics we're going to cover. And then I will have it create, a little write-up about the subject matter. I will have it craft my emails. I will have it craft my social media posts. I will have it craft our YouTube descriptions on these videos. So I'm constantly putting all of these things through ChatGPT. And social media posts are amazing because it's going to use the content and the language that these platforms are looking for. It's going to, if I want hashtags, it's going to add the most popular hashtags for that topic. If I want it to add emojis, if I want it to have that structure that's going to be ideal on a post, it's going to do all of that for me. And then it can also help you maintain the consistency of an online presence. When things are a little bit easier for us, we're a little bit more likely to do it, right? And then it also is great for creating engagement. Like if you ask it to create an engagement, a call to action, there are a lot of things that you can do specifically that maybe you're like, okay, my call to action is usually call me for more information, but let's go ahead and change it up. What language does this demographic like? What language does this social media site like? So it really does, it dials in the way that people want to be spoken to on different social media. So it can help really craft your voice and your message clearly so that you're not just taking shots in the dark. You can also use it as a content calendar, and it can help you to write out and schedule your monthly content. I know that's something we all struggle with, staying on track with our monthly content. You can use ChatGPT to help create that content calendar and schedule and keep you on task. And then, of course, you can also use it to analyze performance. So this is an important one. Don't just post and forget. Engagement is always key. That's still up to you. But then running the analytics and understanding the analytics of how your engagement is going on social media, that's what your personal assistant can help out with as well. And then gaining market insight and analysis. Now, this one I think is a really good and important one to utilize, because I mean, some people in this industry, they are numbers people, they get it. Some of us have to get on regular webinars and calls and have these things explained to us. But what if your personal assistant could analyze MLS data, property trends, market conditions, and then turn it around and generate easy to understand reports for you and for your clients? So it's very easy in this industry to just get entrenched. And even if you understand it, your clients maybe don't understand the language model that we use in the real estate industry. And sometimes it's hard as realtors to pull back. I think it's why we end up in this industry, we end up with so many friendstomers, right? People that are in this industry, we tend to spend time with people in the industry because you get it. You understand what I'm saying. I could do this webinar to the general public and they would not understand what we are talking about. So you can use AI to put it in the layman's terms for your clients. And that is really helpful for them, because once again, they don't speak real estate ease. But you can use your real estate ease, put it through AI, through ChatGPT, and have it come out in something that they can actually understand. And then real-time insight. You know, you don't have to wait for your monthly Cromford report. You can get up-to-date information and numbers and stats immediately from your personal assistant. So that's pretty amazing. There are some other tools like Rapid Stats where you can get that as well. But then take this information. What does all of this information from Rapid Stats mean? And put it into ChatGPT, because you could send the, you know, your infographic to your clients, but they may not understand what, you know, what does it mean if there's a, you know, 0.23% medium rental price decrease this month. What is, you know, how is that relevant to them? So utilizing things like AI to not only provide up-to-date information, but break it down and explain the market and the numbers and the insight, invaluable for your clients. All right, presentations, right? This kind of leads into what we were just talking about. So gaining the information and then how you are presenting it really makes a big difference. Putting that information into things like charts and graphs and summaries that make sense to your clients is really, this is a game changer. I mean, before ChatGPT, you really had to get creative on how you were explaining things to your clients. Well, being able to take that information and explain different trends and whatnot, and what the opportunities will look like. These are invaluable, and ChatGPT, your personal assistant, can help break all of that down for your clients. All right, guys. So that was a lot of information about just how you can use ChatGPT in particular as your personal assistant and really systemize your workflow. Now, if you haven't dove in to ChatGPT, or maybe you have an openai.com account and you maybe used it a little bit, but you haven't really turned it into an everyday use. You haven't made it into your personal assistant. Let's talk a little bit about the 6 different steps, where this is what we're going to wrap up with today on how you can customize your ChatGPT. So this is the number one complaint, I think, is that when people start using ChatGPT, they are not getting the type of responses that they would really like to be getting. But that's because you have to do these 6 steps. So the first one is define your goal. So identify what you want your ChatGPT to do. Tell it what you want it to do. It's like having a conversation, just going back and forth. So determine what tasks you want it to handle and tell it. And then set objectives. Outline your specific goals. What am I looking for? Am I looking for improved efficiency, engagement, data analysis? Figure out how you want this to work for you. Just like a job description, your chat, like if you were hiring an assistant, what do you want your assistant to do for you? Define those goals. The next one is train your model. Yes, you don't hire an assistant and say, get to it. You know what to do. You train them. So that can be done through data collection. So gathering and giving it relative data and examples of what you want. Say, I like this, and give it an example. And you only really have to do this a couple of times because through the conversations, it'll build that model as well. And then fine tune your data. Say if it gives you a paragraph, say, I want a sentence. I like these words. I don't like these words. A lot of times I know my ChatGPT will use the same power words over and over and over. And sometimes I have to tell it, I don't want you to use this power word anymore. I want you to use something else. Maybe I want you to use something that's more relative to this. So it's constantly improving, and you're constantly assessing it and then building it around the relevance of this industry, especially. And don't be afraid to use it for things outside the industry too, so that it understands your language model. It understands your personality. When it comes to planning trips, the itineraries that my ChatGPT creates are amazing. It's like I want to do everything on this list. Like, how does it know that this is because I use it all the time? We go back and forth. It's developed models around not just what I'm looking for business wise, but my interest and my personality, which is really cool. And then customizing the responses. Make sure that you are getting in there and you're actually saying what tone you want, what brand you want. Sometimes when I'm planning things, I'll even give it details like my age or what type of activity I'm looking for, or what kind of response and what tone I want it to write in. Whether maybe I want to, in the very beginning, maybe I was like, I want it to write in a funny tone. And I want it to, oh no, I don't like that funny tone, like clean it up to something more professional. So play around with some of the different tones and tell it how to write. And not just, like not what to write, but how to write. And then create a response template for common, queries and scenarios that you want it to run through. Once again, this is the learning process on how it can customize your responses better. And then integrate it with your systems. So we did talk a little bit about the different kinds of chatbots, how you can integrate them with your CRM. Check out your CRM too, because a lot of software are integrating AI and whatnot. So check with your CRM before going out and purchasing a separate chatbot or something like that, because there might be something built in that you already don't even know about. And then website integrations. So websites are still relevant. Websites really do legitimize your business and you as a business professional, but we might not all be monitoring our websites as much as we should. That's where ChatGPT can come in. So some of these different chatbot platforms that I showed you integrate with your website. So integrate those systems and then you'll use them. And then of course, test, refine. Go back and forth with it. You may not in the beginning be getting exactly what you want. I remember I in the very beginning of ChatGPT, I had it write social media posts for my personal posts about hiking. And one of the posts was like, oh, you start in a desert, or you start in a lush forest, and then you climb to, rocky peaks. And I'm like, This is a hike in the desert in Arizona. It's not a lush forest. So I had to go back and forth with it. And as I gave it feedback, it was able to perform at a better level of what I was looking for. And then, of course, continuous improvements. There are regular updates all the time. And the more you use it, the better it's going to become. The more feedback you give, the better it's going to become for you. So don't just get in and think that it's going to be like perfect right off the bat. Give it some time and really craft. And then, of course, monitor and analyze. Use your ChatGPT to monitor performance and impact of your goals. Social media, maybe run your numbers through it, maybe run your goals through it, and then adjust your strategies. So take the information and the data that you've gotten and adjust what you're asking your assistant to do based on its performance. So that's about it today, guys. I know that was a lot of information. I hope that you are already using ChatGPT. And if you're not, I really do encourage you. We've, it's been around about 1.5 years in a big way. I think maybe we're even coming up on 2 years this November. I say 1.5 years. It's almost been 2 years, actually. If you're not already using this to streamline your business and your daily life, then please sign up, start using it. It will change your process. It will change how you do just about everything with your business. My personal favorite ChatGPT is just going to openai.com. We've got some webinars that talk about just getting that set up and how you can get in, how you can do property descriptions, listing descriptions, create social media content, how you can actually utilize it. But today I wanted to touch on the importance of how you can actually use it for your personal assistant. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm going to wrap up our webinar with upcoming classes. So next week, we are going to bring on the creators of the Listy app. There's a lot of confusion, anger, and just misunderstandings about how we can present commissions to buyers agents now. Well, the creators of the Listy app have a solution for you. So hop on our webinar next week and learn about this communication platform that is going to change the way you deal with clients, with buyers and buyers agents. It's going to, once again, streamline your process. So hop on next week and find out more about that, guys. This app is amazing. All right. And then, and that is on the 21st. That's next Wednesday. So exactly a week from today. Now I'm going to jump back in time to tomorrow. So we've got the compensation employment agreements class going on down in Goodyear tomorrow. This is for 3 hours of CE credit. Yes, you're going to get Commissioner Standard credit for this. It's going to be from 9:30 until 12:30. Reach out to Renee and get RSVP for that. That's just next thing tomorrow. And then on the 21st, this is next Wednesday, we've got another CE class about understanding reverse mortgage strategies. Reverse mortgages are really cool. They've gotten a bad rap in the past, but if you take this class, you will have a whole new appreciation and potentially a whole new tool in your toolbox. We've got a lot of people that qualify here in Arizona for reverse mortgages. Little Birdie told me the other day that here in Arizona, you only have to be 55 to qualify for a reverse mortgage. Don't take my word for it. Go take class on the 21st, 9 until noon. And then we've got the Road to 100 Closings. This is next Thursday. If you've been confused about how people use social media and can get tons of closings and clients from social media, you're like, this should be easy. Why am I not doing this too? Well, Rio's going to tell you exactly how to do it. So This one is in Peoria off Thunderbird Road at the Rio Vista Recreation Center. Scan that QR code, get signed up today. That's an Eventbrite link to get signed up. And that class is filling up. So you definitely, if you want to attend it, get in there. And then at the end of the month on the 28th, we've got new home construction, another amazing CE class brought to you by Patty Carabio. Scan that QR code, attend this class, and get your 3 hours of disclosure. All right. And then moving ahead to September. I know when I first put this one up here, I was like, oh, September feels so far away. It's not. Up in our Prescott office, we've got our second annual scavenger hunt on September 19th from 2 to 4 p.m. Head on up to Prescott, check it out. It should be nice, right? On the 19th. It's still going to be hot as Hades down here, but Prescott will be beautiful. So head up there. There's also a happy hour right after that at Jersey Lilies from 4 to 5. And we all love a happy hour in cooler weather. And then, of course, we've got our home tours every month. So we've got Moon Valley on the 3rd Thursdays at 8:30 and Biltmore Luxury on the 4th Wednesdays at 9. Go check them out, grab some content, have AI put together a beautiful, social media post or an email out to your clients, and leverage. And then, of course, if you have a minute, please fill out our survey. We love hearing back from you guys. Marketing Matters is your webinar. It is custom tailored every single month to the needs that the realtors tell us they need. But if you don't tell us, then I'm going to have to rely on ChatGPT, my personal assistant, to go out there and find out that information. So please just take a minute. It is 3 questions. It really legitimately takes 60 seconds to do. So please scan the QR code, go to SurveyMonkey, fill that out, and I would love to hear from you. You know who else would love to hear from you? Our business development management team. Beth, Keith, Mary, Michael, Michelle, Patty, and Renee. This is your team for everything. They are not your personal assistant. That's what ChatGPT is, but they are your business partner. So please rely on them for anything that you need to help push your business along. And then, of course, after they've helped you, after your personal ChatGPT assistant has set you up with so many clients and closings, send them on over to our wonderful escrow officers. We have 7 offices full of the best escrow officers in the Valley. Here, 1 up in Prescott, best escrow officers up in Prescott. And then, of course, 2 in Nevada, best escrow officers in Nevada. So please think of us on your next contract. We'll see you guys next week. Tune in for our listing presentation. It's going to blow your mind. I'll see you guys then.